Hello, and welcome back to Langmitra's Foundations of Mandarin podcast, David. I'm your instructor, Ying, and I'm so excited to dive into today's lesson with you.
Hi, Ying. I'm really looking forward to it. Last time, we talked about how Chinese is a fascinating language, and I'm eager to get into the nitty-gritty of how we actually say things.
Excellent, David. You're exactly right. Last time, we just scratched the surface, understanding that Mandarin is spoken by billions and has a rich history. Today, we're going to tackle two of the most fundamental and often intimidating aspects for new learners: pinyin and tones. These are your keys to unlocking clear Mandarin pronunciation. Intimidating, huh? That sounds like a challenge, but I'm ready. That's the spirit, David. Let's start with pinyin. So, when you look at Chinese characters, they don't give you a direct clue about how they're pronounced, right? Unlike English, where you can often sound out words based on their spelling, Chinese characters are logograms. They represent ideas or words, not phonetic sounds directly.
Right. I've seen some characters, and they look like little pictures, but I had no idea how to even begin saying them.
Exactly. That's where pinyin comes in. Pinyin is the official romanization system for Mandarin Chinese. Romanization simply means using the Roman alphabet, that's the alphabet we use in English, to represent Chinese sounds. It was developed in the 1950s and now universally used to teach and write Chinese pronunciation.
So it's like a phonetic guide for Chinese characters?
Precisely, David. Think of it as a bridge. It allows you to read and pronounce Chinese words without having to learn the characters first. Every pinyin syllable is made up of a few key components: an initial, a final, and a tone mark. Don't worry, these sound more complex than they are.
Initials, finals, and tone marks. Okay, let's break that down.
Let's do it. An initial is typically a consonant sound that starts the syllable, similar to the b in ball or m in moon. A final is usually a vowel or a combination of vowels, and sometimes ends with n or ng, like the all in ball or un in moon. Together, they form the sound of the word.
So if I see ma in pinyin, M would be the initial and A would be the final.
Spot on, David. You've got it. Let's try a few simple ones. The pinyin letter B often sounds quite similar to the English B. Can you try saying the sound for b-a with the first tone, which we'll get to in a moment, but for now, just a flat, even sound. Ba, meaning 8.
Ba, meaning attempts pronunciation.
Good try, David. That was close. Make sure your ah sound is open and clear, almost like the ah in father. Let's try again. Ba.
Ba.
Much better, David. That's a great improvement. Now let's try ah. Ma, meaning mother. Give it a shot. Ma. Excellent. You nailed that one. Very clear. See, it's not so intimidating when you break it down, is it? Pinyin makes Mandarin accessible to English speakers because it leverages the alphabet you already know.
It's definitely making more sense, Ying. So the initials and finals help me pronounce the word, but you mentioned something about tone marks. What are those?
Ah, David, now we're getting to the critical part: tones. Mandarin Chinese is a tonal language. This means that the meaning of a word can completely change depending on the pitch contour of your voice when you say it. It's not just what you say, but how you say it.
So like in English, we use intonation to show emotion, right? Like if I say, "you're going," with a rising intonation, it's a question. But if I say, "you're going," with a falling intonation, it's a statement. Is it like that?
That's a fantastic comparison, David. You've hit on a key difference. In English, intonation conveys emotion or grammatical function. In Mandarin, however, pitch changes convey meaning at the word level. It's not just about how you feel, it's about what word you're saying. Wow, so if I say the same sound like ma, but with a different tone, it could mean something completely different? Exactly. And this is where avoiding embarrassing misunderstandings comes in. Mandarin has 4 main tones and a neutral tone. Let me give you the classic example with ma. The first tone is high and flat, like a sustained note. Ma, meaning mother. Can you try that, David? Ma.
Ma.
Perfect. That was a lovely, even tone. Now, the second tone rises, like when you're asking, huh? Or what? Ma, meaning hemp or numb. Try to make your voice go up, David. Ma.
Ma.
Very good. You captured that rising pitch beautifully. The third tone falls and then rises, like a dip. Ma, meaning horse. This one is often the trickiest for English speakers. Try to go down and then up slightly. Ma, ma. Almost. You bought the dip, but try to make the rise at the end a bit more pronounced, almost like a little scoop. Let's try it again, David. Ma, ma. Excellent. That was much clearer, David. You really got that characteristic dip and rise. And finally, the fourth tone falls sharply, like a command or a firm no. Ma, meaning to scold. A quick, strong drop in pitch. Ma.
Ma.
Fantastic, David. You have a good ear for these. So we have ma, meaning mother, ma, meaning hemp, ma, meaning horse, and ma, meaning to scold. All the same pinyin letters ma, but 4 completely different meanings because of the tone.
That's incredible, Ying. So if I'm not careful, I could accidentally call someone's mother a horse or even scold them just by using the wrong tone?
Precisely, David. It's a common beginner's mistake, and it highlights why tones are so crucial. In Chinese culture, clear and respectful communication is highly valued. While native speakers are usually quite forgiving and can often infer meaning from context, getting the tones right shows respect and significantly improves your clarity.
That makes so much sense. It's not just about getting the sound right, but getting the meaning right. It's like a whole new layer of language I haven't encountered before.
It truly is. This precision in language reflects a broader cultural value in China. There's an emphasis on being clear and unambiguous, and tones are a fundamental part of achieving that. Imagine if in English, saying read with a different pitch meant write. It would completely change how we communicate. But for Chinese speakers, this is just natural.
That's a great analogy, Ying. In English, we might use different words or sentence structures to avoid ambiguity, but in Mandarin, it's baked right into the sound of each syllable. It's quite elegant in its own way.
Exactly, David. And don't forget the neutral tone, which is unstressed and short. It often appears at the end of words or in grammatical particles, like ma in mama, meaning mother. The second ma here is neutral. It's light and quick, almost like a whisper. This is less about changing meaning and more about natural flow.
So the first ma in mama is the first tone, and the second ma is neutral. Got it.
You're picking this up so quickly, David. Now, for some final practice, I'm going to say a pinyin word, and I want you to repeat it with the correct tone, and then tell me what it means. Ready? Readying. Let's try bu, meaning no, not. Fourth tone, bu, bu. That means no or not, right? Perfect. You got the tone and the meaning. How about how, meaning good, well? Third tone, how, how? Good or well. Excellent. One more. Ni, meaning you. Third tone, ni, ni. That's you. Amazing, David. You've made huge progress from our first attempts. Compare how you said ma at the beginning versus now. Huge difference. You're really getting a feel for the tones. Remember, consistent practice is key. You can find these words and many more in the Language Travel Vocabulary section, and practicing them there will help solidify your understanding.
Thanks, Ying. It's starting to click. Pinyin makes it readable, and understanding the tones makes it meaningful.
Absolutely, David. You've done a fantastic job today. We've defined pinyin, understood its role, distinguished between initials, finals, and tone marks, and most importantly, recognized why tones are critical in Mandarin. For everyone listening, don't forget to review your study cards after this lesson for all the vocabulary, grammar, and cultural insights, and try the practice exercises to improve your pronunciation and test your understanding. Next time, we'll build on this foundation by looking at some common pinyin pitfalls, practicing more tone pairs, and learning our very first essential Mandarin greetings. It's going to be a fun one. I can't wait. Thanks for a great lesson, Ying. My pleasure, David. Keep practicing, and we'll see you next time on Languatrava's Foundations of Mandarin. Goodbye for now.
Before we recap, one quick ask. What worked for you in this lesson? What felt hard? And what topic should we teach next? Drop it in the comments. Your feedback shapes what we build next.
One language sets you in a corridor for life. Learn language with podcast. Subscribe.